therefore confirms this in the extent of speaking of, quote, a rather rough exterior, unquote. He speaks of his keen perception and his goodness of heart. I love it. Quote, despite his goodness, unquote, most so far as, quote, Brother Lawrence was intensely human. His, now I'm going to search around for it. Right here.
I got 5 more states to visit.
Man, it was open and frank. So that one.
All but, yeah.
Immediately. Have confidence in him. Yeah. Yeah. A lover of God. How long he was in domestic service, how well he discharged his task as servitor, whether he succeeded in coordinating his primary business of serving God with his duty to Mr. Colbert, all this is unreported. The first datable event of his mature
take photographs of right there.
is his entry into the Carmelite Monastery in 1666. In that year, he was 65 years old.
I don't drive. I can't drive vehicles. You can't take me around.
There is the open question whether his life had been normally blameless or sinful before the incident of the lethal change. So also, there is only the faintest light upon his way of living in the years between his conversion, that was 18 years old, and his decision to join the Carmelite order, that was 55 years old. Late life, he often spoke of his sins, quote unquote, in that early period, but it is not unusual for saints to magnify the transgressions of their unregenerate faith. The very purity and holiness of their existence after illumination. Are we
I heard about that too.
purity and holiness? Have we had our illumination?
I was TV.
Oh, well, how about
I'm trying to, I just bought a brand new laptop. I'm trying to for books.
We've been away from it for a few days. The strange disappeared that was.
Huh?
The very purity and holiness of their existence after illumination and declaration makes earlier lapses either only pleasure taken in pleasant food or trim clothing or innocent personal love seem evil and monstrous. The age was one of violence and of easy morals on the one hand, but of strict, almost fanatic rectitude on the other. Brother Lawrence, so far as anyone knows, may have only sinned, or he may have known only those commoner pleasures of the senses, the pursuit of which the average person spends his life. I wish we could help him. God help us. Mentally and spiritually, he experienced a long period of doubt and tribulation. There were 4 years of trial when, despite his dedication of his life to God, despite his effort to do every act as it were to God's service, he seemed to fail miserably. unquote. Yeah, make the love of God the end of all his actions. Yeah, make the love of God the end of all of his actions. There's nothing strange that he had trouble in schooling his mind to reject desires and vacillation. He was plagued, moreover, by fear for his soul's salvation. I was for a long time certain in my mind, writes Brother Lawrence, that I would be damned, so certain that all the people in the universe could not have persuaded me from it. But I found it possible to reason in this way. I have entered the spiritual life purely for the love of God, attempting to act only in accordance with his will. Nice. Whatever shall become of me, whether I may be lost or saved, I will continue always in the path of God's love. Good boy. Good boy. We'll continue in the path of God's love and will. At least there will be this, to my credit, that until death I had put my every effort into loving and serving him. Unquote. The torture of mine persisted for 4 years, and my suffering was acute. But at last I saw that it all came about through lack of faith. Serving that, I was freed and entered into a life of continuous joy. Continual joy. See that, folks? About happiness? Our life of continued happiness, see? See how it enveloped other people? So you see we are on the right path with happiness. I have a song about that. If I can find it.
How you doing down there?
When each day with happiness and love, we count our blessings and we give down. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Oh, I never did find it. I sang it from memory, but I hope I got it right. But isn't that the truth? Well, where did it go? Where can we go to spread the joy of love? When we say the happiness of life, we count our blessings using path and sound. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Yeah, that's a nice song. Let us resume. There's a footnote here. Even this date may be in error. I'm not going to read that, folks. Okay? It really doesn't make any difference. Desert.com. Okay, we are now reading page 293. Even as it took him a additional years to perfect himself. Perfect himself. In a discipline that would habitually bring his mind about to God in any uncertainty or crisis. That's what we need. Discipline that would habitually bring our minds about to God in any uncertainty or crisis. Quote, having given myself wholly to God, I renounce for love of him everything that was not he. I began to live as if there were no one save God and me in the world. As often as I could, I placed myself as a worshiper before him, fixing my mind upon his holy presence, recalling it when I found it wandering from him. Thus, this proved to be an exercise frequently painful, yet I persisted through all difficulties. Again, he said that he had been very simple of his own faults, but he had refused to be too discouraged about them. He confessed them freely to God, quote, but did not plead with him for forgiving them. After confessing, quote, he went back in peace to his accustomed love and adoration, unquote. He came to the conclusion that, quote, it is idle thoughts that spoil all. The mischief begins there, unquote. That's right. What have we said over and over again? Count your blessings, count your pure thoughts. Keep your thought pure. What do you think about? Happiness only. Happiness in God and goodness and bliss. No evil. In summary of the struggle of that period and the coming of the second illumination, Brother Lawrence much later wrote to one of his superiors in the Brotherhood. For the first 10 years, my suffering continued. The feeling that my devotion was not so intense as I wished it to be. The recollection of my past sinfulness, and the great difference between my worthiness and the beauty of God poured upon me. Actually, he's thinking too much about himself, isn't he? Isn't he? Shouldn't he be out just making people happy and doing things for people? All this caused me suffering. Often I fell and promptly rose again. When I had accustomed myself to the thought that I should end my days in this struggle, though it did not diminish my trust in my faith or my faith, I was changed suddenly. My soul, escaping tiresome discussions, attained a profound inward peace, as if it had come to its own home and place of rest. Since that day, I walk before God simply. Yes, yes, yes. Simply, purely, with oneness, total absorption in God's happiness, in God's joy, in God's goodness. And that ends page 293. And we'll have to get out the book to do 294 and 295. We don't have copies of it. To spread the joy of love, we win each day the happiness of life. We count our blessings, giving path and smiles. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Let the animals live their own lives. Stop taking advantage of them. to make impure by an admixture of a lesser or baser or foreign substance. So we will not adulterate our happiness. Adumbrate, to give a shadowy or sketchy representation, to give a vague disclosure. We are not sketchy or shadowy. We are very well defined and forthright, are we not? We're telling people that we've done wrong, that we're sorry. We wish we hadn't done it. It embarrasses us. We want to atone for it, and we're ready to take the punishment for it, aren't we? So we're all cleaned up inside. Don't even think of those things again. Forgive everybody, and they will forgive you. Ad valorem, to the value. To the value of happiness. Advance, marked or noticeable progress. To advance is also to day with safety and what's safety? Being happy all the time and spreading happiness all the time. That was word 148. Now 149 is that verse. Maybe we shouldn't even Oh, I love it. I love it. This life that we are living. Let happiness be rooted so extrinsically and acquired to accelerate the growth or progress. Okay, folks? That's to advance. And we will continue to advance in happiness. Adventitious. Rooted extrinsically. Added extrinsically. Not essentially inherent. Acquired. Accidental. Casual. What do you have to say about that? Let happiness be rooted so extrinsically and acquired that it is inherent. And we'll pass it on to the next generation. Adventitious. Added extrinsically, not essentially inherent, acquired, accidental, and casual. Word 146. Adventure. A bold undertaking in which risk are to be encountered and the outcome hangs on unforeseen circumstances. Is that right? 146, adventure, a bold undertaking in which hazards are to be met, and the issue hangs on unforeseen events. Oh, I love it. I love it. This life that we are living, so I can help everybody, the animals, the plants, the people. It's a bold undertaking in which hazards are to be met. But I don't see many hazards. Everyone looks like it. And the issue hangs on unforeseen events. We don't care. We know we're right. We know that a perfect present, being 100% happy in God's name, we know that a perfect present will make a perfect path and will make a perfect future. Now, an adventurer is not a nice word. Maybe we shouldn't even consider it. But one who seeks a merited preference or position by equivocal means, and by playing upon the credulity or prejudices of others. That's bad. It's word 147 in adventure. I know that you know people like that. Pray for them. Pray for them that they go along with God the first thing in the morning and claim that great, wonderful, beautiful treasure that God has for them. So we are claiming our treasure, isn't it? All we have to do is keep up our happiness. With God we go to spread the joy of love. We win each day the happiness of life. We count our blessings, giving path and smile. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Today's show is a man who's walking down the street, holding in his arms a doll and cocker spaniel puppy. And he meets his friend, and he says to his friend, "What do you think of this cocker spaniel puppy I got from my wife?" And his friend said, "That's not a bad trade." I should pray you, Michael, get that, the laughter that brought people. I told it 10 or 20 times this morning on the telephone when I did the telephone calls 71 to 80 for the cycle. Devin's laughter was really a joy. All right, adventurous. Inclined to embark on hazardous endeavors. I don't think so. We stay with safety, and what's safety? Being happy all the time and spreading happiness all the time. That was word 148. Now 149 is adverse. Turning in the opposite direction. Yes, an adverse wind. Worry not about adverse or adversities or adversaries, because we know that we are shielded and guarded by happiness. With God we go to spread the joy of love. We win each day the happiness of life. We count our blessings, giving path and smile. Stop the cruel. Stop the cruel. We have stopped the cruel. And so we are happy. We don't pick on the poor little animals. We don't subdue them and take away their freedom and their independence. We don't murder them, agonize them, torture them. Murder them. Cut them up and eat them. We don't do things like that. Adversary. One turned against another with a design to oppose or resist. So far, we have not run into, we have not encountered any adversary. We have not encountered anybody who turned against us with a design to oppose or resist. We do. We know what to do. With happiness. Help them all we can. Okay, that's words 141 to 150. Aren't they beautiful? Now, folks, how are we going to remember to use such nice words instead of the old, lame, and tired words that we've worn out? How are we going to use
Get by?
Sure.
I'll get by.
Adulterate, adumbrate.
There you go.
There. Advalora.
Crazy. Yeah, I do.
Adventitious. Adventure. Adventurer.
Gravy is down in the middle.
Adverse.
Like if you go down there, it's all in the middle section. Yeah.
What are you going to remember to do? Those old tired words that you don't like. So that's the words for Wednesday. Now we have to do the words for Friday. Telephone 81 to 90. ones or hundreds, and work on the renewals for cable. Doing a chat with Glendora on the TV. Try to learn what God has done with Straight Talk, which is an amazing instrument, telephone. Then Rachel, at the Buddha Center in Chicago, called and said she was adjourning until February 10th. But that's good. She is planning to do it. She's going to give us lessons in the solitude and meditation and the contemplation of happiness for every living being. The joy, purity, and serenity, tranquility. She's going to help us, folks. Isn't that nice? And so we'll put it on our 90 TV stations that we have. Then we're at Chicago Access Network TV, CAN TV. And when she sends us the tape that she sits down and makes and teaches us these things, and I put the titles on it, then I'll send it to Los Alamos to John Rowe. And Gene will convert it to DV-CAN. That was an odious format the public access station should not use. And then, if there's any fees, we'll pay them. And then Rachel can take her DV-CAN and her application and her agreement down to CAN, pay the fees to fill out, and I'll give her the money. And then we can tell people in Chicago about voting. I feel this way about it. Here I am, 82 years old. Why did it take 82 years to learn about Buddha? Compassion, tranquility, serenity, purity. 500 years, 2,500 years ago, 500 years before Christ. Why did it take me until I'm 82 to learn that? We've got to get out the word, that's what it is. And I read to Rachel the things that I've been telling you, and asked her, I was saying what is right. And her answer was, that's pretty much the heart of it. We're on our own with Buddha until Rachel gets to us on February 10th.
Oh, okay.
You have to go to the mailbox and I'll try to videotape Amadeus walking to the mailbox. He is so appealing doing that. Well, he walks right alongside of you in his tail straight up in the air and he trots. And then if he gets behind and you scoop down and hold your hand like this, he comes and rubs his head up against your hand. He is endearing. And then we have details to do about 6 of them. Start the 1980 Lincoln, start the 1993 Lincoln. This is Thursday's list, yesterday's list. Exercise the body for yesterday and for today. I think we ought to go feed the cows. We can feed them peanut butter sandwiches. Is that all right? Peanut butter sandwiches on Subway roll. We have to eat brown nuts and tangerines from yesterday. So, then we have to do Friday's list. Let's get out Buddha. Watch them. Where were we? Up to page 292, 3. And we don't have any copies of 294. So we'll have to use a book. God, we go to spread the joy of love. We will stay the happiness of life. We count our blessings, giving thoughts and smile. Stop the cruel. Stop the cruel. That's Buddha. Remember when he said contemplation of the happiness of every living being. Oh, I love it. getting there. The patient says, Doc, he said to the dentist, you haven't pulled the right tooth yet. The dentist says, no, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer, please. 291, 293. Brother Lawrence says, my soul, escaping tiresome discussion, attain a profound inward peace. This it has come to its own home and place of rest. That's what we're getting, isn't it? That day, I walked before God simply, Brother Lawrence says, humbly, in faith, and lovingly, nor do I do anything that may be apart from his design. Page 294. He came early to the conclusion that mortification of was not a necessary part of the struggle to reach God. One's love of holiness would lead to a certain degree of asceticism, but, quote, all the possible kinds of mortification cannot abate one sin, unquote. You betcha it can. We won't allow any adulteration in our thought, will we? As for the wickedness one saw all about, this is extremely touching. He was not at all surprised or alarmed by it. Quote, when he was told of the sins of the wicked in this world, he found nothing to wonder at. On the contrary, he marveled that there were not more transgressions, considering all the corruptions into which desire can lead a person. Boy, that's Buddha through and through. I tell you, God tells people the same truth generation after generation after generation. 2,500 years ago. Since God permitted evils, that's interesting, for reasons which must be useful in his design and providence, and could readily remedy the mischief done by such evil, Brother Lawrence would pray for the sinner, for their victims, and then putting the matter aside, resume his peaceful service. We got it, folks. There's no question what our peaceful service is. hermits of the East, but he failed to find peace in a life of complete withdrawal. Yeah, I agree with that. What good is it to does it do God any good? Completely withdraw. So, you stay out there in the madding crowd. You don't go far from the madding crowd. You stay there and you help, and you bring happiness. Yes, we'll just keep cat. Perhaps we could not reconcile physical idleness and the dungeon that accompanies it with the Christian injunction to work and serve. Yeah, I agree. I cannot ignore that injunction. Work, serve, work and serve. When the Christ says we have to be servants. We have to be servants. The greatest among us will be the servant. That when we entered the order of the barefoot Carmelites prior, whether in 1656 or earlier, quote, he had desired to be received into the monastery, believing that he would be disciplined for his awkwardness and his fault. His awkwardness came from that injury, being a soldier in the war. He didn't know any better. That was the way of life. And he got injured and lived, and that was his awkwardness. It wasn't his fault. And his fault, sacrificing his worldly life and his pleasure. Good. Good. But he found that he need not have troubled his mind in that matter, for he experienced nothing but satisfaction in the monastic life. No, I don't care whether you're in the monastery or out here with us. You just bring as much happiness as you can and do as much as you can for all those plants and people. Thank you, sweetie. We did, however, relax and draw away from the routine practiced by the brothers. Repetitive prayers, long prayers, over and over and over again. Before long, he had substituted his own way of devotion, and that's the practice of the presence of God. The practice of the presence of happiness. That's how we see God. When we see happiness, we see God. God is without end or beginning. Happiness is without end or beginning. It's continuous. So we just came into it, and the part of the electromagnetic spectrum that we can sense is the great big wavelength, radio and infrared, and television waves, and red, orange, green, blue, yellow, and purple. No, what is it? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And X-rays and gamma rays. That's the part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and I think that spectrum goes on and on and on. So many wavelengths that we cannot touch. Before long, he had submitted his own way of devotion. The practice of the presence of God, which forms the substance of the public conversations. For that of the other brothers. There are misunderstandings, oh yeah, you would expect that, over this. Perhaps jealousy and complaints, yes, you would expect that. And one of the most cogent and beautiful of Brother Lawrence's letters is the justification to his superior of his conduct and his manner of adoration. And I'll read you the letter. It's going from page
Oh, it is? Yeah, it is.
Convince myself of the divine existence, though less by means of reason, right, and the deductions of the intellect than by the appeal of faith to the heart, yes, the intuitive. Thus I came shortly to the sense of God's nearness, the infinite beautiful, and to the knowledge that I wanted only to abide in His presence. That is substituted. Thank you, Brother Lawrence. Thank you, Miss Beautiful, for going to Brother Lawrence and getting these down in writing to pass on to us. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Jesus the Christ. We've got those three, that's all we need. We don't need anything more than that. Keep reading them together, studying them together, and discussing them together. Isn't it wonderful? Thank you, Hack. With God we go to spread the joy of love. We will spread the happiness of love. We count our blessings, even death and smile. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Change your personal options, press 4. First, save voice message. Hi, Glendora, this is Rachel. Returning your call. First of all, let's give me some perfect. It's actually pretty much the essence of the teaching, so that's fine. I'm sorry I did not have a chance to do it yet. That's a little bit crazy, but February looks better. Tomorrow morning, I'm actually leaving a Glendora camp in about 2 weeks. I'll be back on the 10th of February, so hopefully after I get back, I can go ahead and do it. I'll send it to you. I have those, but I have had very little time at all. So I will do well, and again, I'm sorry I'm not going to continue to it, but hopefully just after I get back, the week following when I get back, I should have a full free afternoon that I can do it. So I'm going to get back. Excuse me, I should have a full afternoon. Message, press 7. Save it, press 9. If you have more options, press 0. Now you want to hear it again, or do you want to answer it? She said press 2. You have pressed an incorrect key. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. I want to call her. To replay this message, press 4. To get envelope information about this message, press 5. To send a copy to someone else with your remarks, press 6. To cancel message review, press R. To erase this message, press 7. Sent Tuesday, January 25th at 10:35 p.m. from phone number 773-251-1245. Duration 1 minute, 3 seconds. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more, this message will be saved for 21 days. End of messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. You have pressed an incorrect key. To listen to your messages, press 1. Please enter the destination as a 10-digit mailbox number or a group distribution list number. Then press pound. To send to multiple destinations, press pound now. Bye. Well, what we're going to do, folks, is, thank you very much. Okay, that takes care of the in call. Now we'll make an out call. And we'll find her number on here somewhere, won't we? on contacts. Alright. Contact list. Alright, then we'll write in Rachel. 1, 2, 3, 4 is R. Okay. C. I don't think it's working. I think I did something wrong.
Hey, what you thinking about me?
Just thinking you're alright if you're not crying.
Oh, all right.
You okay?
Okay, thank you.
You know, God, but so ingenious. Ready invention, ready execution. And I can't follow what he's doing here. I look on it every day. I still don't know how to operate it. One thing I can't see from the sun is nothing. There's his voice, you know. Happy January 29th. I'm looking on. You know?
Down here?
Battery low. a dumb break to give a shadowy or sketchy representation.
Now that the holiday season has passed, we pause to take stock of people who have who share our goal. Homeless, and to save homeless animals, and to say thank you to the people like you who make a difference. Thank you for your $20 donation. We wish you a very happy new year. Thank you, Terry, for all you do, Terry Porter, and all of the others, Suzanne, Kitty Cat, and all of the others at Pause for Love, for your goal to save the homeless animals. You know, folks, Little Orphan Annie had cost $613. You know, I paid that spaying. It was $185, which is a ripoff through and through. And I gave him $100 cash. And then I went and I got a money order for $86 at the store, and I sent that to them, and they said they didn't get it. Well, I don't know where it went if they didn't get it. So in church, 2 Sundays ago, I gave them another $50 cash. And so yesterday, I went and I got another money order for $26, $23, or whatever. $530 is enough for it to cost. And now the amount is up to $613. Well, let's get this out of here. Amen. I'm so happy about this battery that came in. You see this battery? This is the little battery that came with the JVC camcorder, the Vario, the black one. And it gives you 80 minutes. That's an hour and a third. So I tried to get a bigger battery, one like I had on the red Vario, which went with 4.5 hours, folks. A battery on a camcorder went for 4.5 hours. So I sent them $96, and they would send me a battery that went 2.5 hours. Guess what? They sent me a battery that goes 4.5 hours. I am ecstatic. Well, the ground and the icicle, I think they met, like Stanley and Livingston. And it was the ground that came up to meet the icicle. Another 2 snowstorms, 11 and 12. See what we've got out there? 2 feet. Oh, it's about 2.5 hours shoveling today. But we had victory, folks. We had victory. Both cars started up. Both cars started up. We got both cars shoveled out. What you want, honey? What you want? What you want?
Did you get everything straightened out with Devin?
Yeah, I did.
Because I thought that...
I got a receipt, $20. I was just looking over our good work.
Ooh. Sledgehammer.
Oh, it was terrible.
Ooh.
I've given up the path into the woods for the compost. I'm going to put the compost in a bag, let it freeze, and then when everything melts, take it to the woods.
You might want to... If you put it in a bag, there might be like foxes and things like that that'll get into it. Right?
Oh, you got a canister or anything? What would you put it in? You can't keep it in the house.
Well, oh, you're putting compost, huh?
Compost, yeah. I never put anything wet in these, you know. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can't. I would think you could leave it in the garage, but then it's going to start to smell.
Yep, don't want that.
And attract mice and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't want...
Well...
Anyway...
Maybe just fling it.
Oh, no, you see, and then in the spring, there's orange peels all over the grass.
That's
Yeah.
good for the soil.
No snow Thursday, Friday?
Who knows? I don't think so, though. Let's hope not.
Catnip. They've got cabin fever. They can't go out. We've had, let's see, it was 40 inches, 46 inches, 52 inches, I would say the cume is. 52 inches of snow since December 1st. December and January. No snow in October and November. Okay, sweetie, you're recording. Okay, and we're setting you up on the dashboard of the 1993 Lincoln. And would you record about Brother Lawrence? This is God Tape 16, Side B. Beautiful, beautiful.
School to love and follow God. Me too. You too? School to love and follow God in all things.
Yeah.
I am schooled to love and follow God in all things. That will absolve us, folks. That will absolve us.
There we are.
His superiors in the monastery assigned him to the kitchen for his daily periods of labor. He was worked at that, but calling upon his faith. Now what does that mean, his faith? Well, I don't know, but I know calling upon his love of God, his trust in God, his belief in God, his understanding of how things are. God is everything and God is good. There is no evil and it's only bliss. It was okay that he was assigned to the kitchen. He philosophically acquiesced, and before long he was able to lift himself into the presence among his stoves and pans as readily as out of doors in nature or in the silence of the oratory. That's perfect. That's perfect, folks. That's what you and I are doing. Before long, we are able to lift ourselves into the presence among our stoves and pans as readily as out of doors in nature or in the silence of the oratory. Oh, with me, my time of labor is no longer different from the time of prayer. That's what we've got, folks. We've worked for this. It's a bliss that gives us that joy and inward rapture. My time of labor is no longer different from my time of prayer. Amid the clatter and confusion of my kitchen, when numerous people are calling various orders, I hold to God. Oh, we hold to happiness. We hold to happiness. It isn't hard at all. We just think about happiness. And with this great tranquility, as though I were on my knees at the Blessed Sacrament, and with this great tranquility, as though I am on my knees at the Blessed Sacrament. In God's service, I turn the cake that is on the pan before me. When that service is done, I kneel down in submission before Him. For it is through God's grace, folks, that I have work to do. It is through God's grace that you and I have work to do. Then I rise happier than can be. For me, it is enough that I pick up a straw from the ground for the love of God. How we do love God. How we do love God. We love God because indigenous. And then, is some of our love of God adventitious? Is some of it extrinsically acquired? Yes. When we go about and see the beautiful icicle, imagine that 6-foot icicle, a double one. When we think of the dandelions and how beautiful they are, what a beautiful yellow, and how lushly beset with petals and intricately made. And when we smell the lilies of the valley and the honeysuckle, extrinsically love God. Brother Lawrence once wrote down an account of his way of approach to his menial work, recording the sort of prayer he improvised as he labored. Quote, at the beginning of my work, I would, page 296, speak to God with a child's faith. O God, thou art with me, and it is thy will that these outward tasks are given me to do. Therefore I ask thee, assist me, and through it all, let me continue in thy presence. Be with me in this my endeavor. Accept the labor of my hands. Fill my heart as always. Having completed the task, I would ask how I had performed my duty. If well, I gave thanks to God. If badly, I ask for forgiveness. With God we go. The happiness of life we win each day. The joy of His love. We count our blessings. We give peace and smiles. We'll stop the cruel. We will just stop the cruel.
Well, do you want to go into the store, folks? Or do you want to listen to it here?
We contemplate the happiness of every living being, that each be filled to its capacity with God, happiness, love, joy, accomplishment, that each read like the battery charger on the JVC camcorder, full, 80 minutes, full of the electromagnetism of happiness.
Okay.
Attracting the good,
Let's take care of it.
repelling the evil. Amen. And now for the Sabbath? For 15 years, he had labored in the monastery kitchen. When Miss Sear before talked with him, and although he had at first undertaken the work with aversion, as he admitted, he had found it all easy. He added that he was pleased to continue in the post, though he would as easily quit it for another if the occasion came, since he knew where to turn for unfailing assistance. Folks, we know where to turn for unfailing assistance. That's why we are so happy. That's why we are so easygoing.
In contrast to those poor faces I saw in the store today.
Fully charged. In fact, we overflow with quarts of happiness to toss to others. Although he had thought of himself as unfitted for business, he had been sent into Auburn to purchase things for the brother. It is your business.
Are we finished with it, folks? Yeah, we just finished it. We just finished with God tape 16B. I gotta go to Mario's, try to find a long funnel. Gasoline, 1993 Lincoln Fillet. That'll be $50, probably more. And two jugs of gasoline. Oh, you got the toe warmers anyway. So, I'll stop videotaping. Oh, perfect. How are you, Maureen?
Huh? He likes your car.
I'll give him a ride. Maureen, do you want to fill it?
Huh?
You want to fill this one with regular?
Let me find it. Let me get it a little coffee.
Okay, and 2 jugs?
Right. You're welcome. What?
And 2 jugs.
Oh, so you want me to fill the car and then 2 more jugs?
Uh-huh. And the yellow button in the glove compartment will open the trunk for you.
All right. Hey, do you want to on sit in Glendora's car? Ooh.
Easy. Hey, Sharon. How are you?
look at it. Three different tickets, please.
How do you open it?
Oh, with that right here. Could we have three different tickets, Mo? You look pretty nice driving that car. Do you know that?
I used to drive a big one.
You look nice driving the Lincoln.
Thank you.
Are you feeling better, Mo?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you give up smoking?
No, I went back to it.
I
did good for 3 weeks.
My goodness, really?
Yeah. 3 weeks, nothing.
Well, I think that's terrific.
Okay, that one's tight. So what I'm going to do, because they have to, I got to do it 3 different ways.
How much is it a gallon?
$3.26. Come on, machine. This is fun. side this way, we can take care of that one. Because they're not going to, I don't know if they'll be able to turn it back on for free.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to tell them?
If you want 3 different slips, go ahead in and pay for that one.
Okay. I'd like 3 different slips. So she wants me to pay for this one, and then turn her back on again, she said.
Okay, be $24.93.
That's for the Lincoln, huh? The great big one?
Whatever she pumped. I don't know if she...
I don't think that's right, honey.
You're on pump 1.
Did it fill it, huh?
$24.93.
Oh, she's doing, yeah.
Oh, no, we're filling it. It costs about $50 to fill it.
Honey, you just told me that you wanted to pay for this one. That was $24.93.
For the great big Lincoln?
I'm not sure what she pumped, but that's what came up.
Is she putting some in tanks now for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she stopped. You got to pay for the
That's the
But
one
she's
you
going
got
to fill it, isn't she, honey?
I don't know what she's filling. This one's $24.93. The next one I have no idea because you wanted to redo it, right?
I don't know. I wanted 3 different slips, so...
Well, you're going to get this one for $24.93.
Okay. What do you want? You want 50?
You're going to have to give me a 50 because I don't have any change. I really don't. I just got on duty.
Can you speak to her and ask her? Okay. That's for the big Lincoln, right?
I don't know which one. Yeah, it must have been because this one's $9.12.
$12.
Okay, can I just wait on him behind you? I don't know what she's going now. I have no clue.
Check me out.
You found your ID.
Know what I did? I went to rescue the other car. Oh my goodness, that was so... I know, right? I got like 3 cars. One got impounded today. I need... I know, right? Bad luck. The juicy rat.
Which
This
one?
is one, like the mango. One next to the grape. I think that's mango.
Yep.
Peach mango. And we get a lucky 7.
Well, at least it wasn't twice that it happened.
Right?
I guess it's a
very difficult. Yeah, I almost went crazy last night though, having to think about it. This car was over. It was all the way in Albany, as you said, still. Building it. Well, I should have got it. Did I get a shake 5 or something?
You want to check those or?
Yes.
Mo, did you fill the 1993
What?
Did you fill the 1993?
Yeah, the Lincoln I filled.
She's always filled that.
Honey, I'll go well with 20.
No, wait a minute. You got 24 in the car and then you still got one more on there.
I've got 2 more on there.
No, you got one more. You've only got...
She already rang up one.
Right, but I've got 2 other ones.
2 other what?
2 little gas cans and the Lincoln.
But it's one transaction that's left on there.
Yeah.
Right, but she wanted to know, make sure the Lincoln was filled because I only gave her whatever it was, $25.
Hey!
half tank, but you stood right there and I filled it right up. I wouldn't take no more. Huh?
I just rang her up over here now. This one's $6.11.
Okay, $6.11 for another can. Yeah, because remember, there's the 11.
Maybe your gas gauge broke?
Maybe the gas gauge is broke?
Oh, no way. No.
Because you stood right there when I was putting it in and wouldn't take no more. Remember?
I better try it again, I think.
You want me to try it again? I'll try it again for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you stood right there and saw me fill it up as tight as I could. I couldn't put no more than 25 in it.
How much gas was in it to begin with?
Oh, way under 50 miles.
She says it was 15. I'll go try it again then.
Yeah, the gauge comes on, it goes off and beeps and tells you 50 miles.
There's a change for that one.
Okay,
Let
thanks.
me try it again.
Okay, thanks.
I know from a half a tank, mine only cost me like 30.
How much?
30 from a half a tank.
30 for a half a tank?
Yep.
What kind of car?
Buick.
Oh,
Nice car.
yes, very nice. Maureen looked really good driving that Lincoln.
Now that's the one you take the transmission fluid in it all the time? That's the car that works with the transmission fluid all the time? So sometimes you drain out and then you put it back in? Because when I was, something leaking on it? Because when I watched videos.
Oh, that's the 1980 Lincoln.
Oh, okay, that's not this one.
No, that's the 93, yeah. The 1980 is 300,000. What year did you do it? I don't care, they're very nice cars.
They are not right now.
They do. Fishy body.
Right now, mine is
Oh, that costs a lot of money.
I don't know, they're not cheap. That may need a brake and a little block. One thing at a time.
This is a straight truck. Straight. The best of them all. This is a lovely phone. No, LG.
Yes.
This is a lovely phone. But it's a straight truck.
Now, what, you get better management with a straight
Well,
car?
let me tell you about the straight truck. It's well, the instruments on it. It's an LG truck. Also, well, the straight truck, you pay $30 and you get 1,000 minutes and 1,000 texts. And at the end of the month, it's all over. You just go and get another car. But I found out that 1,000 minutes is something like $60. And that's more than you wouldn't
I got, my son got me on it for 200 minutes. I didn't know it was 5, 10, 15 years. I don't know what kind of phone is it. Is it Verizon? No, Virgin Mobile. No good.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I wouldn't buy that.
Yes, you're the one who told me that.
I didn't even use it. Sounds good though, huh?
Well, yes. Yes. Why did you get one? And the reception is so clear, and the TVs are so clear, great big TVs. And then the sound is so right. I'm really for it. But you have to go to Walmart to get it.
Another $27.
Yeah.
I'll let her take care of that one.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't full.
No, so I'm glad we double checked.
Someone else is full. It did. It popped on me twice.
Sometimes I get an air boost.
Maybe that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much, Maureen.
I just had to burp a little bit. We won't take any more.
So what do you think happened?
Maybe it was an air bubble.
Probably got a little air bubble out of it.
Yeah, okay, so.
And when she moved the car, it got rid of the bubble.
That's all. 2701. 25. Okay. Let's see.
Help yourself.
105, 102, 25.
It's like Monopoly.
7. 5.
Yeah, true.
We don't get
666, twice for me.
Okay, there's that. Now hold that over there. 20, 40, 60, 80. There you go.
Oh, thanks. And the
Now
receipt.
give you a receipt.
Yeah. And, good.
There you
I
go.
want to thank you for all that.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
Oh, it's very nice of you. Mo, this is a lovely phone you sold me. But right after I bought it, this is a lovely phone you sold me.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely phone. Yeah. What do I do? Leave it at home, yeah.
We can't refund them though, Glendora.
I don't want to refund it, honey. I want to buy more minutes for it. I wanted to ask about it. You go ahead.
I don't know. Let me see. Maybe it's
I didn't
inside.
get in the phone.
You sure it's not inside?
Yeah.
No, you didn't bring it in.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's
But
okay.
anyway, that's double minutes.
Uh-huh.
And so if I buy what's the lowest card you buy?
$19.99.
Okay, and how many minutes is that?
Don't even know. Let me see.
Oh,
60.
You
60
too.
minutes.
60? Okay.
No. We're talking about the other phone.
So, and this phone isn't going to be expired away until March,
Okay.
and it has about 30 minutes on it.
Okay.
So if I buy that other card for $20, which I think I might as well do,
Uh-huh.
will you find out if it's double minutes, or do you need my phone to do that?
The thing is, I can't put it on your phone
But I could,
without the phone here.
yeah, but I could buy the card,
You can buy the card. Yeah.
and then I bring the phone in and the card, and then you could put it on.
Yep.
Okay, let's buy the phone in a minute.
Okay. Let me grab the card. Oops, thank you. I want these two. There's the 4. I'm going home. Have a good night. All right. Good night.
I see you, Peg.
Bye, honey. Okay, so you want $19.99 in minutes, right?
Mm.
Night, Karen. Night, Peg. Bye, Terry. Bye, Peg.
$21.59.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got here. 20.30.
Wait, see if I got any change. No. But anyway, it's a very nice phone.
I got rid of it. Ah, off the bus to the city.
What's your schedule, honey, the rest of the week?
I'm supposed to be here tomorrow night. I'll be here Thursday night, and I'll be here Friday day. There's your receipt. Now, what I'll do, I'll put it inside here. Your phone card.
Okay. That's
This
my
way-
card then, huh?
That's right. It's right
And do you
in here.
need this receipt also?
No, that's your receipt from your money.
Okay.
But I put your card inside your phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
And then-
Now, is that it for
Yes.
you?
Yeah, that's it, honey.
You don't need me to put any minutes on this? You
No.
got the card.
No.
All right.
But that's a great phone, too. Okay, why don't you give me... Oh, that's all right.
What do you need?
I was going to say 20, but that's okay.
I didn't have any 20s. That's why you got 10.
Oh, all right. Good to see you, Mo.
Okay, you want me to put all your receipts in your bag?
No, I'd like to stay around to them. Thank you.
Okay, and there's your change.
Thanks. I saw Russ.
You did?
Up at Hannaford. He's going to leave us in April.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah. Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome, Glendora. You have a good day now.
Sharon, bye-bye, honey.
Bye, have a good night, Ronnie.
One more errand. One more errand. One more errand. Big storm tonight. I need a great big long funnel.
He's usually here in the morning.
Where, and where is that, honey? Straight down?
Yep, straight down. You're going to be toward that corner more, the right corner.
Thanks.
I can see nothing coming, and I can see nothing coming, go get forward. Yeah. Common sense. Yeah. That's it, yep. Yep. Hello.
Hi, I need a great big long funnel.
Okay, let's see what you've got here. That one is that.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. That's good. What I need it for is so much easier.
There's this one. This has the six.
Now, which you think?
Flexible,
yeah.
Where that one is kind of
stiff.
Yeah.
Now, what I need is for is I have the gas in the gasoline jug, and I have to put it into the tank of the car. Which one do you think would be better?
This one, because you have to hold this, since this is part of flimsy, and then try to pour the gas in too.
Oh.
Whereas this one might be a little easier to kind of angle in there.
Oh,
and then,
good.
then you don't have to, try to be with both hands.
Oh, thanks for the advice. Yeah,
that
that's
one
good.
would be better for that.
Thanks.
All right, not a problem.
I just want to look at ice choppers. Do you have ice choppers?
Yeah, let's take a look at those.
That's a long one.
You want to show it to me?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yep. Just,
Oh, that looks good.
Yep, just like your standardized chopper there.
Oh, okay. And that's how much?
This one here is $14.99.
Oh, that's good.
This would be the cheapest, and then they go up from
Oh,
there.
you got a whole bunch of them. I didn't see them all. Oh my goodness. This is good. Put this in your ear. No, really. It's amazing. Put it in your ear.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I don't want to hurt your ear. Isn't that amazing?
You can hear it better, yeah.
Oh, you hear a lot.
You're kind of funny walking around.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to get this?
Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I want to know about it, though,
yeah.
because I may get one.
Yeah.
No, I was just inquiring. Thank you for showing it to me.
Yeah, not a problem.
The customer walked into the restaurant and said, "Is the chef in?" And the waitress said, "No, he went out to eat." Take care.
You too.
is where we started in. This is where we came in, folks. With God we go to spread the joy of life. We win each day the happiness of love. We count our blessings. We give thanks, joy, and peace. Stop the cruel. Stop the cruel. Well, we made it before the storm. Go to the mailbox. Okay. Don't you want to wait for Amadeus and walk him there the way he likes? Well, I'd rather get the mail in and then we will walk Amadeus without getting the mail if he wants. Mucho mail. Mucho in mail. Cold out, folks, and we had a blue sky, and then the aerosol has taken it away.